so niche.
And that was going back another, when did Steinway start?
They started...
56?
Yeah, and of course the old man built his first pianos in Germany.
Right.
And then he came here, I think, what was it, in this country, about 1860?
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
But
1850. So in 50 years, he basically perfected his art.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying? So 1830 to 1885, he perfected his art, and that's the way it's been.
Well, I don't think he was building them as early as 1830. Like Phil said, it was around 1856.
Okay, so maybe in 30 years,
yeah.
I would say that's a better
yeah.
guess.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was really right around the Civil War when they were starting to swing into full production.
Yeah.
If you can call it full production. They started to...
Well, it's interesting because we get some real old Steinways in here, and they're not like the modern ones that you might see. Like we have what they call a monitor beat in the other room that doesn't really look like this, but it's from 1876. And it's one of those transitional pianos where you see they were still doing some experiments. And it was just a short number of years after that where they've got the basic Steinway B down and codified, and basically stuck with it ever since.
Now, prior to Steinway, there were other piano companies being, not being used, but other pianos being made by different companies.
Oh, absolutely.
But it was Steinway that came up with something unique and different.
Well, what you see with Steinway, what's peculiar to Steinway, really, is you see a linear development and progression. They tried something, they put it aside, something which worked, you see in the next piano. Whereas the guys like Chickering and so forth, the experiments are all over the place. You see this over here, and this over here, and this over here, and this over here, and every piano is a little bit different. It's like they didn't learn anything from what they tried here and there. They remember, there's a whole bunch of sort of irreconcilable and uncorrelated experiments. And yet the Steinway, you can see each step. It's very, very clear when you look at the older instruments.
Which kind of says to me that either Mr. Steinway or his team really stayed on top of it rather than having individual craftsmen make their own piano kind of thing.
Yeah.
It might have been the early stages of almost mass production, not in full sense, but they stayed with a good product and kept perfecting it.
Yeah, they seemed to be able to recognize the things that they did that worked, and they kept them, and the things that didn't work, and those were discarded. And so you have this linear development.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
No?
Where Chickering and these other companies were out there. They're still in business too, Chickering?
Not really.